In a lot of cases, people don't secure the job after the interview because there's three questions they always get wrong. If you got an interview coming up, first of all, congratulations. Now let me help you secure this bag. The first question is the tell me about yourself question. A lot of people will hear this question and immediately want to spill their whole life story. The interviewer doesn't need to know about your childhood, past relationships. They want to know who you are as a professional in your role. This is how you answer that question. So Jabril, tell me about yourself. Well, I've worked at AT&T for about 3 years now as a customer service agent. I've developed skills like closing deals, solving technical issues, communication, and leadership. I like to expand on these skills while developing new ones, which is why I'm here today. Short, sweet, to the point, keep it simple.
All right, Jabril, I agree to some point, right? To some point. Now let's say I agree 40%, somewhere in that range. Yeah, it's about sharing with them your professional history, right? Your professional resume to some degree. But when they ask you that question, tell me a little bit about yourself, they actually do want to know a little bit about you. Now, don't spend the next 5 minutes talking about what happened in high school, what happened in college, and whatnot. So that's too much. But they do want to know a little bit about you. Hey, my name's Jabril. I'm from Florida. Grew up in a small town there. And, I was captain of the football team and president of the class, right? You go ahead and you move on from there. After high school in Florida, I left and went to college at the University of Miami, where I studied engineering. I was a part of their soccer team, and I led a on-campus whatever function, right? You continue to progress through your career, through your resume. After college, I had a great opportunity to intern with one of the top Fortune 500 countries in the region. All right. Had some great experiences, learned that, and had the opportunity to transition that over to my first corporate job with Bank of America. Right. And you continue to progress through your career. So they want to know a little bit about you. So don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. And in terms of time, don't feel like you're rushed. Right? You have time to go through your story. This is your story. Tell it. It's your story. So 30 seconds? No, it's probably too short. A good minute and a half is about fine. 90 seconds, somewhere in that range. If you push it to 3 minutes, 2.5 minutes, you're kind of getting a little long-winded at that point. You're probably oversharing. If it's only 15 seconds, 30 seconds, you're undersharing. So a good barometer is somewhere around 60 to 90 seconds of information. This is your story, just like in a movie. If you're gonna watch a movie, they show you a trailer. The trailer gives you just enough information to make you want to watch the movie. If you read a good book, they give you the foreword or the preview, and it's just enough information to make you want to pick up and continue to read that movie. The same thing. This is your movie. This is your book. You have to prepare your trailer. Give them just enough information to make them want to watch your movie. Make them want to hear a little bit more. So don't be afraid to share a little bit of personal information. Yes, it is also about the professional. It's all about the professional. But don't be afraid to give them a little bit. Give them a little bit. Share who you are, because they want to know who are they hiring. Who and what has made you who you are today. Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
Also, a side note, be a little charming. I'm not asking you to flirt. Obviously, that's completely inappropriate. I'm just asking you to have a natural, enthusiastic vibe about you. Now, on to the next question. What would you say is your biggest weakness? This is also where a lot of people slip up. Instead of taking this question literally and answering it literally, make your weakness sound like a strength. For example, I find that I do have trouble asking for assistance. I like to exhaust all of my resources and challenge myself to find the answer on my own rather than immediately run into a colleague or a supervisor for help. Now, yes, this can sound like an actual weakness. It sounds like maybe you're not a team player, but on the flip side, it shows that you're independent, self-sufficient, you don't need to be micromanaged. You see what I mean? Make it sound like a strength.
I agree. I do agree. Listen, guys, don't go in there telling the truth. I mean, we know most of us are screwed up. I mean, let's be real. Most of us are screwed up, and we got some stuff that we don't need everybody to know. So don't take your butt into this interview and tell them that you have a hard time getting to work on time. Don't tell them that. I mean, come on now. Don't tell them that, you've always struggled completing projects in a timely manner. Don't tell them that, I have an issue when people say something to me in the mornings on Monday. I have a problem when people start asking about my weekends and trying to be too friendly. I'm really not a people person. I'm really not a team person. I really don't take coaching well. Stop. People don't want to know the truth. Frame your answer in a way that says, hey, I know who I am and I understand how I'm going to go from point A to point B, right? Say it in a way that makes it seem like you are somewhat critical of yourself, but it's still an asset. I have a tendency to work, to go 100%, 110% into a project, forgetting about some of the other things. Say something that's flattering. All right. They don't really want to know the truth. Be careful. Be careful. Don't get tripped up with that question.
Here's the last question, and you actually may get this question towards the end of your interview. What made you apply for this role? Here's how not to answer this question. What made me apply for this role? I need the money. Is you gonna pay my bills? Huh? Man, what's up?
What's up, Tip? He looks like him a little bit, right? Without the glasses. A lot of you answer the question that way. Let's be real. A lot of y'all answer the question that way. Because I need a job. Because I don't want a job. Y'all struggle. Don't answer the question that way, right? Talk about something that is pulling you away from that job, right? Something that is pulling you to the new job. Something that is exciting, something that's exhilarating, something that taps into your passion, right? Something about growth, about further development, professional development. All of those things are good because it's something that's pulling you from your current job, opposed to pushing you away from your current job, right? Something that's pushing you away from your current job is a ignorant teammate, right? It's crazy customers. It's inconsistent manager, right? It's an existing current active PIP, right? It's you being on the verge of being terminated, right? All those things are pushing you away from your current job. Leave that alone. You want to talk about things that's pulling you away, from your current job and pulling you to the new opportunity, the excitement in the new organization. That's where you want to go. And that's how you answer that question. All right, guys, love to hear your comments. Appreciate you for listening.